Thank you, Nicole.
AB, I want to get you in on the dots that the congressman talked about. And the constellation is in many ways more alarming than it was 4 years ago. Donald Trump refusing to condemn Putin for the bounties. Donald Trump's attorney general with this outrageous lie. I mean, as the congressman said, the ODNI is as Trumpy of a guy as you could get. John Ratcliffe, his office said that while China and Iran have a preference for Joe Biden, the only country actively interfering in the election is Russia. The AG out there either denying that reality or suggesting he doesn't believe it. This constant stream of disinformation that comes from Russia matches up almost word for word with the disinformation about Joe Biden that comes from Donald Trump. What do we do?
Well, that's what's so frustrating is that, and the Congressman Hyams made the right point, which is you have to connect the dots to the exact timing of a warning from the officials at the ODNI that said point blank the Russians are trying to denigrate the candidacy of Joe Biden as they did to the candidacy of Hillary Clinton in 2016 to help Donald Trump in his reelection. And then within 72 hours, we find out that the director of national intelligence, John Ratcliffe, who is, as you point out, Trump's point person, in an attempt to sort of muzzle that news, tells members of Congress, we'll no longer brief you in person. So Jim Hyams doesn't get to ask questions, doesn't get to talk about which documents might be withheld, doesn't try to figure out what they might be omitting. And that by itself is deceptive. And then we find out this news from ABC News about the fact that the Department of Homeland Security is doing an end run to intercept warnings to law enforcement about this very thing. There are reports out today where we see that Putin and Trump are literally sharing the script. It's not only that Joe is sleepy and his mental faculties render him unfit for the office, but that you shouldn't trust mail-in balloting as well. So the Russian disinformation campaign is now extending to that. I just really think that the American public needs to pay a lot more attention to the damage long-term that just these 4 years of aligning our interests with Vladimir Putin is going to do to us, let alone the next 4 years when, as you point out, the president would pull us out of NATO. Putin has just cleaned up and run the table in terms of his policy goals to weaken us internally and domestically, internationally, to take a more prominent position on the world stage with the controls he has in the Middle East now, to everything, Syria, Ukraine, Iraq, Afghanistan. It's a very long list. And with the recent revelations in the Senate Intelligence Committee report, with the fact that there are several recent military provocations, in addition to the poisoning of the dissident by the Russians, that have gone unresponded to by President Trump, let alone the bounties story, which is an absolute staggering betrayal of our men and women in uniform. You put the pieces together, and it's just tragic that Americans don't care more about what's going on.
I have hope that they will when they hear it and when they see that it's no longer MAGA, but MPGA, making Putin great again. AB.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.